Okay, Miss.
Okay, so our lesson today is talking about chapter 8, lesson 1 is talking about how can we multiply a monomial by a polynomial and how can we factor a monomial from a polynomial. In this problem here, we will learn how can we multiply a monomial with a trinomial or monomial with polynomial. What is the simpler form of multiplying negative? Hello? Hello, are you here?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
Miss.
Yes,
Miss.
I think I have the internet connection problem. Okay. So now we say that how can we multiply a monomial with a trinomial? What is the simpler form of multiplying negative x cubic with 9x to the power 4 minus 2x cubic plus 7? The first step now, I want you now to write this term as 9x to the power 4 minus 2x cubic plus 7. Then, how many terms here? How many monomial we have? 3, is it right? Trinomial, there are 3. 1, 2, 3. Then, I want now to multiply negative x cubic by them. I want to multiply now each term with negative x cubic. This is the question. Multiplying a monomial by a trinomial. Multiplying negative x cubic by each term. So what I have to do? The first step, I have to multiply negative x cubic by multiply this one by 9x to the power 4. Okay? The first step, I will repeat. I multiply 9x to the power 4. This one, I will multiply it with 9x cubic. It will be, the first step, multiply the coefficients. They are negative 9x to the power 4 multiplying by negative x cubic. What I have to do, like as we did in the chapter 7, I multiply 9 with negative 1. Is it right?
Yes.
It is, will be negative 9. Then I will multiply these two x's with each other and the exponents will be added. Is it right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Miss.
So here, 9 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 9. And x raised to the power 4 multiplied by x cubic, I will put 1 of x and then the exponents will be added, which is 7. This is the first one. From where I bring negative 9x to the power 7 by multiplying 9x raised to the power 4 multiplying by negative x cubic. Second step, I will multiply 9 negative x cubic by negative 2x cubic. Like distributive property, multiply the first term with 9x cubic. Then with the second term with the third term. So negative 2 multiplied by negative 1, positive 2. Is it right?
Yes.
Then
Yes.
x cubic multiplied by x cubic, I will multiply them and the exponents will be what? It will be added.
9.
So 6 added. 3 plus 3, 6. Then this is for the second one. The third one here, I will multiply now 9x cubic with 7, which will be negative 7x cubic. So the final answer is negative 9x raised to the power 7 plus 2x raised to the power 6 minus 7x cubic. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
This is the another way you can use it, the distributive property. Like here up, multiply negative 7x cubic with each term. You can do it horizontally or vertically as we did here. Yeah, let's have another example. I want to multiply 5n with 3n cubic minus n squared plus 8. What I have to do, the first step, let's write, wait please. Let's write it as 3n cubic minus n squared plus 8. They are 3 terms, is it right? So this is 3 terms.
Yes.
Hella, since they are 3 terms, so the answer, it must be 3 terms. In adding, I don't know how many terms we have. According to the terms, I don't know how many terms. It could be the same, or it could be greater, or it could be less. In multiplying, since we have 3 terms, yeah, I mean, if I multiply monomial with a trinomial, the answer will be trinomial. It will be the same. Here I have 3 terms, so the answer it must be 3 terms. If I have 4 terms, the answer it must be 4 terms. So multiplying a monomial by a binomial, the answer it will be binomial. Multiplying monomial by trinomial, the answer it will be trinomial. Yeah. Then here we have 5n. I will write now the 5n here. This is the first step. Then I will multiply 5n with 3n cubic. 3 multiplied by 5.
15n cubic.
And n cubic multiplied by n.
N cubic.
No, it's going to be n to the power 4.
They are adding 3 plus 1.
Oh, yes.
Then, after that, let's choose another color. Negative n squared, multiply now by 5n. I will multiply the negative sign, multiply by 5, it will be negative 5. Miss, they are multiplying here. Then, n squared, multiply by n raised to the power 1.
Equal n
to the power
cubic.
3. Cubic, n
Cubic.
cubic.
Thank you. Then, I will multiply 8 by 5n. It will be
40n.
40n.
40.
So the final answer here is 15 n raised to the power 4. Let's now remove this one here. So this is now, I'm sorry. This is now the final answer. 15 n raised to the power 4 minus 5 n cubic plus 40 n. Is it clear?
Yes.
So
Yes.
here, how can we multiply a
Yes,
monomial with a polynomial? Let's have another example. In this one here, we have a negative 8y cubic I will multiply it with 7y squared minus 4y minus 1. So the first step now, write it as 7y squared minus 4y minus 1. Then we have 3 terms divided by 3 areas. Then, yes, miss.
And teacher, can we do in this question distributive property?
Okay, I will do both of them. Let's use this way.
Okay.
Negative 8y cubic. I just put negative 8y cubic vertically and the other one horizontally. Then I will, after that, I will multiply negative 8y cubic with 7y squared. 7 multiplied by negative 8.
Negative 58.
With each other.
Negative 58.
Eh? 56.
Yes, 56.
56, teacher.
Negative 56. Then y.
Y to the power of 5.
5. Thank you. Then I will multiply now this term with this term. Negative 4 multiplied by negative 8.
Negative 32.
32.
Positive 30.
Negative 32.
Positive 32.
Positive. Negative times negative is negative. Y raised to the power
4.
4. Thank you. Then I will multiply minus 1 with this negative 8 cubic. It will be positive.
It's going to be 8. 8.
8
Yes.
y cubic.
Cubic.
Let's just multiply the part this time. Yes. So then the final answer is negative 56y raised to the power 4 plus 32y raised to the power 4 plus 8y cubic. This is a way how can we multiply using a table. Now let's multiply it vertically. In vertically here we have negative y 8 times 7y squared plus 4y minus 1. What we have to do now? The first step, I want you now to multiply this term with negative y cubic. What it will be? Yeah, let's do it. Negative 8 times 7, negative 56 y raised to the power 5.
Exponent
5.
So I just multiply this monomial with each term. Then after that, let's moving it to multiplying now this term.
This is the same answer.
Why now? Negative 8 times negative 4.
32 to the
Positive
power of y.
32.
Positive 32 y
Y.
raised to the power 4.
Power of 4.
Excellent.
Mm.
Then the second step, I will remove this circle to put it here. Then I will multiply negative 8 cubic with negative 1. The answer will be?
It's going to be positive 8
Positive 8y.
y cubic.
Yes.
Positive 8
This
y
is
cubic.
the way how to multiply them. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Shall we take another example?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Number 12, negative w squared times w minus 15. Now the polynomial in the bracket, inside the bracket, it is binomial or trinomial?
Binomial.
Binomial. So the final answer, it will be, if I multiply monomial by binomial, the final answer, it will be
Binomial.
binomial.
Monomial.
Thank you. Now, what did you want to multiply it by, distributive or by the table? They are the same, but what did you like?
Distributive.
Anything.
Distributive.
This is right, distributive?
Yes,
Yes.
distributive, please.
It's okay, yellow.
Yeah. Now, as we see before, both of them have the same answer. Let's use the distributive. Yeah. They are negative w squared times w minus 15. So what we have to do, I'll multiply now this term with this term first. Negative w squared multiplied by w raised to the power 1. It will be w raised to the power
1, 2, 2.
No, 3.
3. I will add the exponents. If I'm multiplying two variables, the exponents will be added. Then
Plus.
I will multiplying it now with
15.
Negative 15.
Negative w squared multiplied by negative 15. It will be positive 15
Positive 15.
Y squared.
y squared.
Or
Thank
the
you.
W squared.
So this
W
is
squared.
w. Negative w cubic plus 15w squared. Let's do now number 13.
Okay.
In number 13 here, we have 4x squared multiplying by 2x cubic plus 7x squared plus x. Yeah, the first step. Let's
To multiply
this term with this term. Is it right?
4x. Yes.
يلا فرح. Yes, فرح.
2x to the power of 3 multiply 4x to the power of 2 equal 8x to the power of 6. I mean 5.
Farah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Yara.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Yara. I want you now to multiply the first term with this one now. Okay? 4x squared with negative 7x squared.
Yes, teacher. We will distribute 4 times 7, 28.
Thank you.
28.
Negative 28.
Then 2 times 2 plus 2, 4.
Thank you, Yara. Thank you so much.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Teacher, why we wrote it 4x squared? There's no x is not in the power 2.
Thank you. Okay, make it as to the power 2. Sorry, my mistake, wallah. Here the question is 4x, not 4x squared. Okay?
Okay, no problem, miss.
Then,
Okay, teacher, no problem.
yes, Nada.
Yes, teacher.
Yalla, then what we have to do?
It will be 4x cubic.
4x cubic. Thank you. Is it clear now? This is a way
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
to multiply monomial with polynomial.
Teacher, I'm changing the powers. So it will be here 8x to the power of
Okay.
4
If you want
minus.
to solve number 13 as it is, let's change the powers. Okay. Let's remove this one. Here it will be 4, 2, 3, and 2. This is our number 13 now.
Yes.
Now, like all of you, when you were kids, playing with this Lego. This one, it was a blocks. They building them each other, or they adding them, and you make a building as an example, or make a car. This is now if you have monomial and we multiplying them by each other, we call them multiplying. You gathering them and you make them in one shape, in one polynomial. I mean, you have monomial, you multiply it with trinomial. After you playing with this Lego, we made them as a trinomial. We make them in one shape. Meaning of factoring, it's reverse the multiplication. Factoring that after you build them, you just make to what? To factor it or to give me شو يسموها؟ تفكوها يعني okay.
Okay, miss. Separate it.
Okay, so here now, if you want to factorizing it, يعني I mean that you have to making them into small pieces. So the factoring, it's a polynomial reverses the multiplication process. So the opposite or the reverse of a multiplication is a factorizing it. So when you want to factorizing a monomial with a polynomial, the first step is to find the greatest common factor. So we said at the beginning that the objective from this lesson is to learn how to multiply and how to factorize. We learn how to multiply. Now, next step, we learn how can we factorizing a monomial from a polynomial. Before we learn how can we factorizing them, first step we will learn how can we find the greatest common factor or the GCF. Let's learn here from here how can we find the GCF or the greatest common factor of 5x cubic plus 25x squared plus 45x. To find the greatest common factor from here, the first step, write 5x cubic here and 25x squared and 45x. Write all of them as in these three terms. Then the 5x cubic. I want now, or before that, what is the meaning of a greatest common factor? Let's go back. The first step, I have to factorize them. Factorize them, yani I want to what? To write it as 5
multiples
x
the 5
x. Okay? Just I want you now to what? To say that 5x cubic, it is the multiplication of 5 times x times x times x. Yani from here, it is 5 multiplied by x cubic. This x cubic, they are 3 x's. So it is 5x to x to x. Is it right?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
25.
Yes, teacher.
25. I want you now to write it as the prime factors. It will be 5 times 5. Is it right?
Yes.
Yes.
in the prime factor, and the 5 is a prime. And x squared, how many x we have?
2 x's.
2 x's.
2
2
x's.
x's.
X, then another x. Then go to the 45x. 45x, what is the prime factor of 45x?
3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5.
Thank you. They are 3 times 3 times 5. Then, how many x we have?
1x.
We have 1x.
Thank you.
1x.
1x.
Then, after I factorize them, go back to the name. Factor, common. I want now, after I factorizing them, to find the common. Yalla, let's find the common between these 3 terms. We have 5, 5, and 5. They are common.
Yes. The greatest common factor is 5.
So 5. Now let's choose another color here. 5, 5, 5. Then x, x, x. Is it right? These are the common. Look at the first and the second. We have an x that they are common, but they are not common with the third term. And we have a 3 in the third term, but they are not existed in the first or in the second term. So what are the terms that are common?
5 and x.
5 and x.
So
5 and
I
x.
will say now, I will write now that the GCF, or the greatest
Is
common
5.
factor here, is 5x.
Teacher, why we said the x is also as a common factor?
Yeah?
Here, teacher, x, يعني, there is a lot of x that are common,
Oh, yes,
so we
but
also
in the
write
last
it.
one down, no. I told you here the common factor. But look at the last one here, they have only one x. And I use it. So I will not put another x. Like 3. In the last one, they have a 3, but we don't have in the first or the second. So we didn't also pick it. So the greatest common factor here is 5x. Let's have another example. 3x to the power 4. Negative 9x squared and negative 12x. Don't forget the negative sign. Then 3, it is a prime, so keep it as a 3. X raised to the power 4, it will be x. How many x we have?
4.
4x.
4.
Then 9, is it a prime?
No.
No, I
It's
will need to
composite.
factorize it. It is a composite. Yeah, thank you. So it will be negative 3 times 3. And how many x we have?
2.
2x. Thank you. Last one. What did we have now?
And we have
12x.
12x.
multiplied by, no, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiply, yes, only.
So we have
Multiplied by 1x.
multiply by negative 2, multiply by 2, multiply by x. Is it right?
Yes.
Now, what are the common?
3.
What are the 3? Are they common?
3.
3 are common.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
and the
x.
x.
And look at the x's here. Are they common?
X. Yes, teacher.
We
So,
have, wait, teacher. Yes, we have 1x.
3 and x.
so the greatest common factor here is 3x. Now be careful. Sometimes if you see, some of you, they put here -3. Then times 2 times 2. This negative sign, it can be changed. I mean, before that, did you understand this one?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't understand it.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, I will repeat it. Yeah. Here we have 3x raised to the power 4 and 9x squared and -12x. Okay, Yara? These 3 terms, I have to rewrite them. Then, look at the x's first. Okay, Yara, look at the first one here. How many x we have?
4.
4. So I will write them as 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the second one. How many x we have?
2.
2. The last one? 1. Okay. Then now I will go to the numbers. Look at the first one. What is the number that is written here?
3.
3. Now, Yara, as we remembered, the prime numbers, they are 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and so on. And one you can say that's not prime. Then, so this is 3. I want now, if it is a prime, I will write as it is. If it is composite, I need to factorize it. Look at number 3. Is number 3 from these numbers?